long-awaited Revelry. Chapter 2, Breakthrough. Part 5, Agreement. After transferring the data from the storage device, a hologram of Salon Heltel appears. The other file is a list of auction attendees. It even has my fake identity and name on it. While it's not complete, it's enough for me to get a better understanding of the auction. By the way, those guys who tried to capture me back at Elysium, were they actually traders who used to work in Onychines? They also mentioned a Mr. Sherman. Who's that?
Why are you interested in a dead person?
Next to me, Sylus tosses aside Mephisto's broken parts. He gives me a blank expression. I stare back at him and remember what the workshop's owner had said before.
Just 2 explosions, one in the northern suburbs and one in the Bloomshore district. And after doing those shameless things and making a mess, then they want you to be their scapegoat.
If there's another faction within Onychines, could the incident at Grandma's house be related to Sherman? They must also be after the ether core in my body. In a way, your conflict involves me. No, you left me behind on purpose as bait, didn't you? So you could clean up? I turn my head to see Sylus and Mephisto exchange glances. The crow lets out a defiant wail. It doesn't matter how deep your hatred is. You've cursed me enough. Get over it. Besides, it was an accident. I didn't mean to injure you. Also, you were stalking me earlier. Even if I did it on purpose, you deserve it.
You can scold me directly, if you want.
Under the hazy light, Sylus reveals a gentle look completely uncharacteristic of him. I compose myself, realizing I've been unreasonably angry with him. Regardless of whether he wanted to clean up or not, those people were after me. I had to face them sooner or later. As silence settles between us, I clear my throat and try to change the topic to lighten the mood. When we first met, you said we were the same. If I don't ask now, he might not have the patience to answer me tomorrow. You probably have an ether core inside you, too. Mine is in my heart, yours is in your eye?
Sure. Think of it like that.
My ether core doesn't seem to be any different from a normal protocore, though. It's not very useful. But that's not the case with yours. Sylus stops moving his hands for a moment and looks at me with a blank expression.
It helps me see what people want the most. It exposes the desires that they refuse to admit.
So those chaotic noises and visions in my mind back at the dining table were also caused by his ether core? As I think about it, I can't help but look into his eyes again. Devour. It's your... Not again. Why am I touch my forehead, and when I come to my senses, his face is a breath away. With my right hand, I press down on the area around his eye. I can't tell what he's feeling. His thin eyelashes gently brush against my fingers. Sylus doesn't break eye contact with me, as if he's looking at something hidden in the depths of my gaze.
Have you gone mad?
He suddenly moves closer, his eyelashes almost brushing against my cheek. I'm sorry, I just wanted to get a closer look at your ether core. I thought he would push me away, but he didn't. You like it when people do that? I take a deep breath and meet his gaze again. Did you want to resonate with me? Do you want to try again? Without waiting for him to answer, I grab his hand again. Come on, I'll use both hands this time. A chill blankets his body. I'm not sure if it's the cold breeze coming in from a small gap in the window or his aura. He's good at fighting. He's good at fighting. He's good at fighting. The cold gas lamp above us flickers and emits a light softer than the sound of our breaths. He looks good. He looks good. He looks good.
I can hear you talking.
Enjoy it. This is one of the two things I can think about you. Moving my gaze down, I look carefully at my interlocked hands, but I still feel even the slightest change. It seems we can't rush our resonance, but with the auction fast approaching, I need him to work with me as much as possible. I organize my thoughts and use the nicest tone I can muster. You already know I entered the N109 zone to get the ether core. That's at the auction. And since you want to resonate with me, I have an idea. I don't know if I should say it though.
Then don't.
I force myself to suppress the anger in my heart. But I can't resonate with you because I reject you on a subconscious level. That means my evil is controlled by my emotions. Changing a person's feelings might be difficult, but it won't be that hard. I think. I say this, I cross my arms and lift my chin at him. There's an easy solution right in front of us. Help me get the ether core and ensure my safety by escorting me out of the N109 zone. You'll be able to use me as bait to clean up, right?
It's almost as if your face is saying you're doing me a huge favor.
I don't have another bargaining chip. I can only bluff to appear more confident. I also know my clumsy attempt won't fool Sylus. That's why I'm telling the truth. I don't know why you insist on resonating with me, but as long as you're willing to help me, I'll help you. Sylus shifts his gaze from the map and looks at me indifferently.
That's not enough.
Then what do you want? Should I beg? I can do it.
Or we could do this.
Sylus suddenly opens the bottom drawer and pulls out a jewel-encrusted crow brooch.
If you can take this from me within 24 hours, I'll agree to your terms.
Do you test people before you work with them? Are you testing my skills, my intelligence, or my values? I raise my voice as I try to grab it while he's distracted, yet he reacts quickly. The brooch disappears in a blink of an eye.
Only when you have a bargaining chip can you make a deal. And since you're the one who proposed this, use your own methods. You should be thankful the goal is clear enough this time.
Part 6. Roleplay. The dim lighting, the crow brooch on my chest gleams in a dark red reminiscent of wine. After some twists and turns, I finally got the brooch from Sylus. He kept his promise and agreed to help me obtain the ether core. With an expensive dress and a dazzling jewelry, my reflection in the mirror is strange yet sufficiently alluring.
It suits you.
Another figure enters the mirror's reflection. Sylus leans lazily against the doorway.
No one can stay wary when there's a beauty walking around.
This beauty will bash your skull sooner or later. I turn around and walk up to scrutinize him. You're just going to waltz right into a dangerous auction without a plan?
I like how you assume I didn't make one. Find a way to make everyone lower their guard first. Then lure out the ones with ill intentions and get rid of them. Then I'll cover you while you fetch the ether core's other half.
That's it?
It won't fail. Promise.
Sylus gives me another once-over. I angrily take his outstretched hand and walk out the door with him. You better not be a liability later. To deal with the real masterminds behind the auction, I can only ally myself with someone deadlier than the enemy. All the information I've gathered has created an intricate web of conspiracies. Now it's time to tear it up. In the sky, stars are devoured by an endless darkness. The deep space tunnel is silent, seemingly frozen in time. Suddenly, there's a thud, a pulse resembling a heartbeat. Cosmic dust silently fills the air. Something penetrates the invisible barrier and slowly opens its eyes.
It's not too late to back out now, if you want to.
Focus on yourself first. Stay frosty. It's showtime.
Sylus? I thought we were
1,
missing.
2, 3 guys.
Who's that
That's
person
quite the
next to him?
ambush. Sylus, are you sure they'll bite?
It depends on your performance.
Mr. Sylus, we've been expecting you.
I assume you already know how to act as good bait. I'll be back soon. Have fun.
These are ordinary protocors. Good thing they aren't bombs. Something's off about this one. Was it tampered with?
Did anything catch your eye, miss? There are even better ones on that side.
The stuff you have is pretty mediocre. Sylus, it's okay for me to purchase a few items with your card, right?
Don't bother me with such trivial matters.
I'll take this for 1 million. Please wrap it up for me.
5 million.
Why?
Your offer will make people think I'm broke. Wouldn't want that, sweetie.
In that case, I won't hold back. I changed my mind. 10 million. Are these all the protocors you got? I'll buy everything.
Pompous.
Part 7. Undercurrents. Beams of golden light shine in from the smooth, dark walls. They illuminate the room's elegant decor. On the sofa, Sylus shakes his whiskey glass. The ice cubes swish around, making soft clinking sounds. There's a painting on the wall called In Expectation, which depicts angels and demons and their grim reapers sitting around a table. The last empty seat seems to be for him.
Mr. Sylus.
The man named Sherman walks into the room and nods humbly at Sylus. Sylus looks up, the corner of his mouth curling into a half smile. And then, a dark-colored mist seizes Sherman by the collar and slams him into the ground. Choking and losing energy from the strangulation, Sherman claws at the mist around his neck, but he only leaves bloody scratch marks on his skin. Even a meticulously crafted plan is powerless before absolute strength.
My time is limited, so let's cut to the chase.
No, I didn't betray you.
Oh, I know. You're too much a coward to do it on your own. But the people who said they'd help you replace me must have made an offer only an idiot would refuse.
Sylus glances at the clear alcohol in his glass and puts it back on the table. With a faint glow appearing in his right eye, he walks over to Sherman, who's sprawled out on the ground.
I see. Their method of buying traitors is as old school and uncreative as ever.
Enduring an excruciating amount of pain, Sherman finally discards his hypocrisy and scowls.
Sylus, don't think. With them around, you won't be cocky for long.
Sylus reveals an intriguing smile and looks down at him.
Since you chose betrayal, my only option is to make you pay in advance.
Inside the banquet hall, people converse and mingle. Countless eyes check me out, both openly and from the shadows. I fiddle with the protocores I bought. There are traces of other protocurves. These were modified. I turn around and several pairs of eyes immediately look away. I take this chance to speak in a hushed voice into the earpiece. Sylus, how are things on your end?
Miss, the brooch you're wearing is very exquisite. May I buy it from you?
A man wearing a suit suddenly blocks my way. Holding out his hand, he smiles as a faint blue electric current flashes from his cuff. Wearing a poker face, I step back and raise my chin. Not interested. Excuse me. The man doesn't budge. He takes another step toward me instead.
How does 10 High Towers sound? Ah, the banquet is about to start. Would you like to dance?
What are high towers?
They're special weapons made from high-grade protocores. A single high tower can obliterate this entire hotel. Sorry, the brooch is a gift from me. You wanted to sell it.
Who knows if you were coming back or not?
Are you disappointed?
You... He was going to spend a fortune so he could dance with me. What about you? Shouldn't you make an offer as well?
The Ether Core's location.
You know where it is?
You'll find out after this dance.
How are you so sure I'll listen to you?
Refuse me all you want.
Part 8. Rising Curtains. Melodious music serenades the luxurious banquet hall that's illuminated by dreamy lighting. Sylus calmly guides me across the dance floor, swaying to the song's rhythm. He blocks the prying shadows around us, and when I look up, all I see is his face, which is quite infuriating.
You need to be smarter if you want to retaliate against me.
Sorry, I'm not really used to these kind of social gatherings. I clumsily lift my heel off his foot. Did you actually get the information on the Ether Core?
You can choose not to believe me.
Catching a glimpse of a flashing red dot in the shadows, I use my hand that's on his shoulder to push him in the opposite direction. But they wouldn't leak such important information unless it's a trap.
Exactly.
I look back at him. You're not going to throw yourself into their trap, are you?
Be content with your role. Don't scare away the fish that already bit the hook.
8 evil bombs, 15 high-frequency guns. They really want you dead. Sylus, you made a lot of enemies.
This isn't the first time it's happened.
The music reaches a crescendo. The notes from the orchestra are layered on top of one another like surging tidal waves. The lights dim to the passionate beats and shadows around us on all sides. You have something up your sleeve, right? Even if you have a death wish, I don't intend to die here with you.
Don't worry. You won't die that easily.
A deafening explosion drowns out the music and ensuing screams. The beautiful hall is instantly reduced to rubble. Amidst the surging chaos, Sylus tightens his grip on my hand. I hear him softly scuff. To my surprise, I see him nonchalantly crush something before throwing it into the debris. You had the detonator this whole time?
The vermin were taking their sweet time. I was getting impatient.
The metaflux is quickly increasing, and there's more than one wanderer. Be careful. I take out my weapon from under my dress and fire several shots at the wanderer that was about to attack Sylus. That was close.
How long do you think you'll last with an outdated weapon?
Sylus tosses over another gun.
Don't waste your efforts.
Did Sherman make you do this? Where's the ether core? Answer me. After defeating the last wanderer, I find a henchman cowering in the corner. I press my gun's muzzle against the back of his head.
You haven't won yet. We still have a backup plan. That thing is terrifying. When it shows up, not even Sylus. Ah!
Black-red mist throws him into a broken stone pillar. With a scream, he falls to the ground, like a puppet whose strings were just cut.
Violence should be used strategically.
Sylus calmly wipes the blood off his face, and the black-red mist disappears from his hands. I would have believed you if your hands were clean. Despite the venue being cleared, strong energy fluctuations manifest above us and shakes the ground we stand on. What's making that noise? Are there still some left?
Let's go.
Where are we going? Sylus grabs my wrist and swiftly starts walking.
To the place that has what you want.
Part 9. Abandoned Memory. The almost transparent elevator quickly ascends, and the colorful nighttime scenery is hidden by the clouds. What is this place? Countless pieces of metal are strewn across the spacious rooftop that's shrouded in mist, and in the haze, barely visible, are abandoned collection vessels, transporters, and other devices. Broken steel bars poke out from the overgrown weeds, rusty frames are propped up, outlining the bygone era. It looks like a laboratory for experiments.
It was one many years ago, but they abandoned it a while back.
They? Stepping over broken fragments and glass shards, Sylus's tone remains aloof.
Ever.
Ever? As the most pretentious international business group, it basically supports the whole Lincoln City. How could they be involved with the N109 zone? I heard that before the Chrono Rift catastrophe, the N109 zone was the most prosperous tech hub. So I guess it makes sense that Ever used it as a research base.
You really are a naive Lincoln citizen.
What do you mean? Sylus gives me a look.
Many locations were affected by that catastrophe, yet only the N109 zone turned into a wasteland. What do you think that is?
I recall some unverified rumors, but my mind is a mess right now. I can't think of any theories.
We're here.
Slow vibrations resembling heartbeats pulsate in the sky. I look up and see the Deepspace tunnel. Dense clouds and vortexes churn amidst the darkness, and occasionally a stream of light flashes across the night sky. The silent tunnel is like a telescope peeking into the universe. The Deepspace tunnel. This is the first time I've been so close to it. A tiny beam of light enters my line of sight. I can't help but take a step. It's a flux nexus. I saw one in a no-hunt zone.
Then you should know what it contains. These fluctuations aren't produced by normal protocores.
Sylus stands next to me, looking at me with his eyes that have unfathomable depths.
Think about it first. Once you take it out, there's no going back.
I'm already here. Why should I give up now? Gritting my teeth, I put my hand on... The power of the resonance instantly flows through my...
We finally got something presentable.
Part 10. Resonance's power.
Where am I? There's so much blood.
You must press on. Because if you don't, there's no going back.
Sylus!
My vision blurs. Amidst blood and fire, the Deepspace tunnel appears. It violently shakes.
You must press on. The life you owe me. Now is not the time to repay it.
Looking at the hand reaching out to me, I see Sylus's cold face, but there seems to be a shadow above him. I can't help but reach out as well. Unprecedented power swells between our intertwined fingers. Instantly, I feel a tremor deep within my heart. Something flows through my veins.
So this is the ether core. What? Sylus?
Its power belongs to you now. Naturally, the vessel will break as a result.
To me?
Well, isn't this what you wanted?
Where are you taking me? This is... Let go already! What is this thing?
Sylus doesn't respond, and the powerful tremor that shook the Deepspace tunnel ignites a chain reaction with the N109 zone. Those shadows who believed they controlled Anakinus are eliminated from Fate's tapestry. Those shadows who believed they controlled Anakinus are eliminated from Fate's tapestry. Unable to see the undercurrents beneath the water's surface, I can only smell the scent of smoke becoming more poignant as it's carried by the wind. Structures crumble and collapse, and Mephisto's wings pierce through the boundless darkness. He's accompanied by the distant tolling of a bell. It's almost like an announcement, as if the world is saying, one true leader of Anakinus has returned. However, Sylus, amidst the raging storm, remains nonchalant as he sits next to me. Our racing vehicle leaves our enemies behind, while intermittent light seeps through the window to obscure his silhouette and goals. I never held on to the naive notion that Sylus assisted me in acquiring the ether core just so he could clean house. This kind of deal would result in him suffering a major loss, and it's clear he's anything but an ignorant businessman. What are his true motives? For a moment, his expression as he gazed at the Deepspace tunnel resurfaces in my mind. Then I feel a sensation in my palm. I'm still clutching the fragmented protocore. It's as if I'm subconsciously grasping onto an answer that has yet to be revealed. The linkage between my hand and Sylus's suddenly flickers, seemingly sensing the swirling thoughts in my head.
We heard you and Boss took care of the traitors and thieves. You even destroyed the ether core together. Good job. Just calling to let you know that we cleaned up at the nest. No one will be causing trouble for you anymore.
Huh? When did...
Our boss told us to do it. While he looks mean, he's actually...
See you later.
Boss? I didn't mean to.
So, what's your plan?
Chop it off.
But it seems to be some sort of energy linkage. Can I even physically attack it?
I was talking about your hand. Or you can settle down in the N109 zone. I have more than enough time to solve this problem with you.
No thanks. Let's use a more efficient approach.
Let's destroy the ether core in your body.
You're saying our ether cores created this link? Okay, why don't we destroy yours then?
Never mind. With your current level of resonance, it won't last long.
But before I started resonating with you, I saw a strange vision.
It's not a big deal. From now on, you'll be seeing more things like that.
So that was real?
If I say yes, will you give me a sincere apology? This world is different from what you see, but I'm not in the mood to tell stories at the moment. You should think about your next move after leaving the N109 zone. And don't forget our deal.
Then you should make sure I can leave safely.
The outside world is more dangerous now.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
In any case, until the resonance issue is fixed, we'll be meeting more often in the future.
And so I left the N109 zone. The dust settled. But the deal with Sylus lingered, like a silent yet turbulent mist. I found myself falling into an abyss, in the blink of an eye. The doors of a memory swung open, and something began to stir. It is another world I had once glimpsed. At the confluence of an intertwined timelines, I heard it, a faint yet distinct heartbeat, echoing through a stillness of eternity.